This is the summertime switch, and it's another brainchild of Punkshoo. Punkshoo is a keyboard content creator that's designed some pretty awesome switches, including the cream sodas and the root beer floats, among others. Now he's back at it again with the summertimes, which hopefully will make a bigger splash than Hurricane Hillary did in my area. So let's talk about it, but first, it's summertime for you to subscribe. Oh my god. The summertimes are a slightly long pole linear switch with a full milky housing and an ink stem. They also come with a 63 gram bottom mount dual stage spring, and they have a total travel of 3.8 millimeters. Now, if the material composition didn't give it away, these switches are manufactured by Gateron, and they're unique in that they're the only linear switch on the market that I know of with an ink stem. The summertimes also come with full polished molds, which I've covered briefly in a few different videos. I'm not personally convinced that polished molds have a significant effect on smoothness, because as far as I know, there's never been a true A to B comparison where the same switch is produced with polished and unpolished molds, but it can't hurt. Let's take a listen to these switches stock in the Neo65 from Qwertykeys in gasket mount configuration with a carbon fiber plate and no foams. Keycaps are, of course, GMK BRG. Here's the sound test. So once again, I don't know if polished molds lead to smoother switches, but I do have to say these summertimes are very, very smooth stock. There are no crap sounds in regular typing, which might be partially due to the lightly lubed stem, which I found was pretty consistent and a definite improvement over the spa treatment that some other Gateron switches, Oil Kings, come with. Because a lot of you agreed that having comparison typing tests in a single video is helpful for making informed buying decisions, here's a comparison with some Gateron Black Ink V2s. Here we go. And because you guys on Twitch asked while I was checking these out, here's a comparison to Punkshoo's own cream sodas. If you didn't know, I've started streaming on Twitch again, but if I have to be honest, it's pretty rough keeping a streaming schedule while also producing these videos for you guys. So I can't make any promises as far as a consistent schedule goes, but feel free to check me out on Twitch. Here's the comparison. I have to say I really enjoy the sound of these switches, but keep in mind that the carbon fiber plate on the Neo65 we're using is going to sound a bit on the clacky side, and your mileage may vary. Besides the smoothness, they're a tad bit too heavy for my taste, but that obviously comes down to personal preference. But overall, I think the summertimes are going to be a hit, because I think they signify a change that I've been advocating for quite some time. In recent history, Gateron's ink material was almost an excuse to command a price premium, with Black Ink V2s costing 75 cents per switch. Gateron Mings, which until recently cost 77 cents per switch, and even Punkshoo's own cream soda linears and root beer float tactiles cost 75 cents per switch. Now the big caveat is, of course, that all the other switches that I mentioned use ink for some part of the housing, whereas the summertimes only have an ink stem. But I'm really hoping that the pricing on the summertimes, as well as the price reduction on the Mizu Minx over at Canon Keys, means that we'll see Gateron lowering the price of their premium ink material as a reaction to several high quality switches being released by competing manufacturers at basically half the price. Maybe I'm just being overly optimistic, but hey, hope springs eternal. Just like I hope that you're springing onto that like button. You didn't expect that one, did you? Check out some more keyboard content here. I'm MakerMods, and I'll catch you in the next video.